Ich habe hier nämlich noch keine Beweise mehr. Okay, ich komme. So.
Nice to see you. How can I help?
Irgendwelche Überraschungen bei der Todesursache?
I found 2 bullet wounds, both potentially fatal, and both were consistent with the damage you'd expect from a small caliber hollow point. One bullet penetrated his heart practically dead center. It severed the pulmonary and aortic valves and lodged in the ventricular wall. That alone would have killed him. However, I also found what I believe was the first shot. It penetrated the frontal bone of his cranium, just above the glabella. The bullet obliterated his brain tissue in an expanding channel from the entrance wound. It then bounced off the back of his skull and continued its path of destruction until it came to rest in the cerebellum. Death was quick, if not painless.
Well, this wasn't a mercy killing. One to the head, one to the heart usually suggests a professional killer.
Konnten Sie die Kugeln finden?
Neither slug was particularly difficult to extract. Here they are.
Kann ich DNA vom Opfer haben?
Absolutely. I have a sample ready for you. Here.
Gab es etwas Ungewöhnliches oder Bemerkenswertes?
I found a glob of what looks like mucus on the victim's face. I collected some for you.
Someone spat on his face?
That's what it looks like. You see, the less viscous bits appeared to flow down the side of his face. So unless he was already lying on the floor when he was shot, it occurred post-mortem.
Danke, Doc. Ich muss dann los.
Anytime.
So, gucken wir mal, ob wir an ihm noch was finden. Aber ich denke nicht. Dann hätte der Doc uns wahrscheinlich gesagt, dass wir irgendwo rausfischen sollen. Und da ist auch nichts. Also gehen wir wieder. Nee, hier wollte ich gar nicht hin. So, hier wollte ich. So, jetzt habe ich neue Beweise. Fingerabdrücke haben wir ja gar keine, fällt mir ein. Schade. Ja, die Spucke werden wir gleich mal untersuchen. Und die Kugeln miteinander vergleichen. Guck erstmal, ob ich vielleicht doch noch dieses Video-Dings da benutzen kann. Aber kann ich nicht. Schade drum. So. Mikroskop. Einmal das.
It's confirmed. The gun from the crime scene is the murder weapon.
Alles klar.
Both bullets taken from the victim were fired from the same gun.
Gut, habe ich mir ja schon gedacht. So, DNA noch. Guck mal einfach mal. Möglich wäre es ja. Aber sieht nicht so aus. Machen wir einfach mal so eine Analyse. Aha. So. Das kann schon nicht sein. Legen wir erstmal nochmal zurück. So. Ja. Das ist es nicht. So. Ja. Obwohl, das könnte auch hinten hingehören. So, jetzt kannst du noch dahin gehören. Ach. Nee. So. Nee. So. Ja. Na, da haben wir es doch schon. Abgleich.
Beatrice Salazar. She spat on Molina's corpse. I wonder if that was a message for him or for us. Catherine, you need to see this.
Is this right? You found Beatrice Salazar's DNA in the cell.
She shot Molina's and spat on his face.
Well, she wasn't about to have him try to testify against her, that's for sure. But why would she risk trying to kill him herself? That doesn't make sense. Unless, of course, she also held him responsible for having to kill her own son.
But even under normal circumstances, this would have been a suicide mission. Not a lot of guys are crazy enough to do something like that. Even the ones that work for her.
I think she's crazy enough now to do just about anything.
Well, that may be true, but maybe she wasn't taking as much of a risk as we think. Sergeant Lip described the assailant as a tall Hispanic male posing as an FBI agent. What do you really think the chances are that Beatrice Salazar has become a master of disguise?
I think we need to be very careful if you're suggesting Sergeant Lip may be involved here. I realize we have evidence that contradicts the sergeant's initial statement, but if we're going to pursue this, then we better make damn sure our evidence is unimpeachable. Keep me in the loop, Ray.
So, haben wir die Beweise jetzt alle durch? Na, die Pistole müssten wir eigentlich noch irgendwie untersuchen. Aber das können wir im Moment noch nicht so wirklich. Also gucken wir uns an, was wir hier für einen Beschluss. Ich möchte Sergeant Lip befragen.
Jim, we've uncovered evidence which substantially contradicts Sergeant Lip's account of the shooting.
What evidence? What are you talking about? The guy was viciously attacked. His skull was almost busted in. I mean, it's not like he's gonna have some photographic memory of exactly what happened.
Tja, gibt eine Menge.
Beatrice Salazar? Oh my God. Look, we'll bring in Sergeant Lip to answer some more questions. But I know how these things have a way of going down, Ray. And I don't want us to throw a good cop under the bus just because this department needs a scapegoat.
Hallo.
What's going on here, Captain?
Just a few follow-up questions, Tim. We just need to document everything for the record.
Haben Sie noch jemanden gesehen, der sich Ihnen bei der Vorstellung näherte?
No, like I said, tall, Hispanic male, wearing a business suit, approached me. He showed me an FBI badge and ID. Look, do you need me to sit with a sketch artist? I can do that if it'll help.
Tada.
We found Beatrice Salazar's DNA on Manuel Molina's corpse.
Beatrice Salazar? What are you talking about?
Are you familiar with Beatrice Salazar?
I'm familiar with the FBI's most wanted list.
Wollen Sie Ihre Geschichte überdenken?
Are you sure you never saw Miss Salazar?
I told you what I saw. I guess it's possible she came in after I was out cold.
Ihr Angreifer hat sie sofort ohnmächtig geschlagen.
Tim, according to your statement, the assailant entered the jail, offered you an FBI ID, and when you turned around to process it, he struck you over the back of the head, rendering you unconscious. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. It went down pretty fast.
Und wieder lügen Sie.
You see this little piece of plastic? It comes from that unit which records all the footage from the surveillance cameras. We found it stuck inside the slide of the gun that struck you. Problem is, we found your blood on top of it. Not underneath, as you'd expect, if your statement were accurate. It looks as though the DVR was struck before you were.
I don't know how that could have happened. Wait, couldn't he have hit me more than once, like after I was out?
Wir müssen noch einmal Ihre Wunde untersuchen.
If you were struck more than once, we should be able to tell from the pattern of the bruising.
I don't know about that. I've had about enough of people touching my head today.
Sergeant Lip, let's not make this more complicated than it needs to be. If necessary, I'll get a warrant.
Damn it. Okay, do what you have to do.
This won't hurt at all. My partner just needs to take a picture.
So.
And that's it. Like I said, painless.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
You know the drill, Sergeant. I want to be able to find you when we need you again.
Yeah, sure. I'm not going anywhere.
Dann. Ach, Mann. Nein. So. Dam. Dam. Aha.
I only see evidence of a single wound. The bruising on Sergeant Lip's head is a perfect match to the shape of the murder weapon. That little divot there is right where the DVR shard was, and those ovals are consistent with the finger placement of someone holding the gun by the grip. There's something strange about the angle, though. The gun was upside down. To strike someone with a gun while you're holding it by the grip, you're either hitting with the butt, like a hammer, or with the side of the gun like you're swinging a haymaker punch or slapping someone. If Sergeant Lip was struck from behind, like he says he was, then the gun would be right side up. Sergeant Lip did this to himself.
Okay. Das ist mal interessant. Ihr Angreifer hat sie von hinten geschlagen?
That's right. I had my back turned and he hit me in the back of the head.
Sie lügen.
Here's the problem, Tim. You see those oval patterns right there? They indicate the gun that hit you was held by the grip. And if you were hit from behind, like you said, well then the gun should be right side up. And it's not.
Yeah, sure, the first time he hit me, but what about after I was out? He could have hit me again, right? Maybe he wasn't just trying to knock me out. He may have been trying to kill me.
There's no physical evidence you were hit more than once, Tim. And let's say for the sake of argument, you were hit twice. Right on the exact same spot on the back of your head. It still doesn't explain why the gun was upside down.
You staged your injury, didn't you, Sergeant? You're in Salazar's pocket. And you used your position as duty sergeant to arrange to be alone with Molina's. Then you let Salazar in there. And let's be generous here. Let's just say she's the one who actually pulled the trigger. And then the good little soldier you are, you cleaned up after her, didn't you? You make me sick. And you know what? I hope there's a special place in hell for dirt like you, because I know there's a special place in prison.
It wasn't like that. I mean, look, you gotta understand, I'm in way over my head here.
Ja, bitte.
You're right. It was a setup. After Molina's was booked, I got a call. Same call I always got, if Salazar needed something from me. This time, the voice on the other end of the line is telling me to keep my eye on Molina's. Turns out I don't need to look very hard, because the sheriff calls me almost immediately with the order to have Molina's moved out to Pendleton and transferred to federal custody. So I call my contact back, give him the tip. Then he starts asking me to describe the Pendleton facility and the security detail handling the transfer, and that's when I realize Salazar's going to take Molina's out. I decide to assign myself the transfer just so nobody else gets hurt.
How very noble of you, Tim.
Look, I'm not proud of what I did. This is all way beyond anything I've had to do for Salazar before. Usually it's just about providing certain information now and then.
Sagen Sie genau, wie der Mord ablief.
I can't.
You can't. Or you won't.
I wasn't there. All I did was unlock the door, and then I got the hell out of there.
Why do I find that so hard to believe?
You gotta believe me. See, this is what happened. I got this phone call from my brother-in-law. Swear to God, he works for Salazar too. He says Salazar's gone off the deep end. She's getting the hell out of town, but before she does, she's totally cleaning house, and she's not leaving any loose ends, including me.
Was that supposed to make us feel sorry for you?
I had no choice.
You're a cop, damn it. Well, not anymore.
Come on, we're talking about my sister and her kids here, all right? Salazar was gonna kill him if I didn't help her. Don't you get it? When she finds out I'm in custody, she's gonna kill him anyway.
What's your sister's address? What's her address? Come on, we don't have much time.
I don't know where they are. That's the point.
Salazar has them?
No, her husband, my brother-in-law, he hid them someplace. I don't know where. I can't reach him. I haven't been able to reach him since he called to tell me Salazar was cutting bait. I think Salazar may have gotten to him. And if she did, my sister and her kids, they're dead. There's nothing more you can do. They're dead.
Okay, so who's your brother-in-law?
He works for the FBI. Special Agent Huntby. Gene. My brother-in-law is Gene Huntby.
Nice work, guys. Just got off the phone with the DA. Sergeant Lip is going to be charged as an accessory to murder.
Was Brass able to locate Lip's sister?
Not yet. He gave us Sergeant Lip's cell phone number and an Attorney General's waiver. Lip's been in contact with his brother-in-law, Huntby, within the last 24 hours. So, Brass is hoping we'll be able to find Huntby before it's too late for his wife and kids. We know Huntby's last cell phone call to his brother-in-law pinged a cell tower over in North Las Vegas. Brass has his guys checking hotels in the area, but so far, nothing. I can't tell you how bad I want to take down Huntby. But making sure his wife and kids are safe is now our #1 priority.
The key to finding the family is finding Huntby.
So track him down. I know if anybody can do it, you can. Keep me informed.
Wunderbar. Was habe ich da gerade gefunden? Ah ja, das Telefon. Na, das können wir ja noch schnell überprüfen. Dann wohl hiermit. Yep.
Tim, it's Gene. Call me back. I don't want you to worry. I got them to a safe place. For now, anyway. Look, I'll be honest. This is all unraveling so fast. I don't know how long I can... Just hang on for one damn minute, will you? Just call me back, okay?
That's not much to go on, I'm afraid, but didn't it sound as if he had words for someone in the background?
Ja.
Hey, pal, you mind? You're blocking the freight elevator. Hello? Yeah, we're at Gleason's right now, waiting on some jerk to get out of the way so we can take the stuff upstairs.
Gleason's. Why does that sound familiar? You know, when I first moved out here with my whole life in tow, and I wasn't exactly sure how long I was going to stay, a friend of mine suggested a storage facility. And I seem to remember the name being... There it is. Gleason's Family Self-Storage.
Tja, gut zu wissen. Damit hätte man dann auch einen neuen Schauplatz.